The first scene that I did, it was all right. It was, pretty standard. And he lied to me. He told me, okay, so at the end of the scene, it's all going to be in one scene. A few guys are going to come in and in your face, and that's that. And I was like, all right, cool. So after we did the scene, he was like, oh, go get, touch back up for the next scene. And I was thinking, like, the next scene, I thought it was all going to be in one scene. They're going to come in after. He's like, oh, no, there's like a change of plans now or whatever. So I went and I got myself touched up and everything. And he was like, oh, come in the room to see who you're working with. I walked into the room and it was literally over 30 guys.
Whoa!
It was a whole room, because it was even a small room too. I looked, I was like everywhere I could see. And so I didn't know what I could even do at this point. And so he was just like, well, if you don't do it, then, the word's going to get around that you're difficult to work with. Everybody's here already. There was a whole room full of people that were sitting there jerking their getting,
you feel like it's all dependent on me.
It was. And so I'm sitting here, I'm just like, doing my thing. And then he had a cup.
God.
It was like this yellow Sunday cup.
Stop.
So they're all on my face. I had to catch it all here. All into the cup.
I'm literally gonna. This is horrible. I'm so sorry this happened
to you. Oh my God, it was crazy. All of it was going into this cup, and it was a lot because it was like 30 something guys. It was so much. I feel like a lot of people kind of like mosey on into the industry and don't really know what's ahead of them. And it was like, you know what, boom, like I got smacked in the face with reality all at once. So I just had like it was probably something that I needed at the end of the day. Especially being in the industry as long as I have. And I've never been somebody who's like a sensitive person or like a very easily offended person. Or so I do appreciate it for what it was. But yeah, when I think back about it, I don't like that I was taken advantage of like that at all. It was like,
this is a very powerful story. I really want to thank you for sharing that, because I think sometimes people, like you were just saying, they think that there is a lot of glamour, like how we were saying we read Jenna Jameson's book and that it was glamorous, it was exciting, and people don't realize that there is real research that needs to be done before we get into this. And it's okay to say no. And this is one of the things that I think is really important about the show, is that it's important to talk about these things.
But honestly, there's nothing you could have done to prevent that. You probably could have researched. He could have been a legit agent. And then you're in a position, and this is why I feel like OnlyFans is so empowering, because you can just do it on your own from your own house. But you're in a position of vulnerability where you can literally not say no because you're scared for your life and for your safety, and you do not know what's going to happen. And it's not like you're unique in that story. Everybody, unfortunately, if you've done like traditional hardcore and you've been in it for long enough, you're going to have a horrible experience like that. And that's why I'm just kind of like, thank God for OnlyFans.
Yeah.